Episode 5. The Sanctuary of Damien. Damien pursuing Seraphina through the festival crowd. The scene shows him finally catching up to her, their tense first conversation, and the revelation of their names. The moment they touch hands triggers a magical connection, suggesting the curse is beginning to recognize their bond. Seraphina is wary and afraid of hurting him, while Damien is determined and unafraid of the consequences, hinting at his true identity as the demon lord she was meant to marry. Damien, still holding her hand, glances at the growing crowd around them. We can't talk properly here. Come with me. My mansion isn't far. We'll have privacy there. Seraphina hesitates, her eyes searching his face. Your home? That's even more dangerous. Once I cross your threshold, once I'm welcome into your sanctuary. Damien, his grip tightened, gently reassuring. Then the danger is mine to accept. Please, Seraphina, let me at least offer you somewhere to safe, and somewhere safe to rest. Somewhere you can speak freely, without fear of being overheard. Seraphina looks around at the festival goers, some of who are staring to notice them. Whispers spreading. They're already watching. They always watch. She closes her eyes briefly, then nods her. Very well. But I'm warning you now. This is a choice you can't unmake. Damien leads her through the crowd, his hand never leaving hers. I understand. They move through the festival, and Damien notices how people part for them. Not out of respect for his title, but out of fear. Mothers pull their children closer. Men make warning signs, but he keeps walking, his stride confident, his hand wrapped protectively around Seraphina's. Seraphina speaks quietly as they walk. You see it now, don't you? How they look at me, how they fear me. Damien, his voice is steady. I see people who don't understand what they're looking at. Fear of the unknown is the oldest human instinct. Seraphina. A bitter laugh escapes her. The unknown? Is that what you think I am? Damien glances at her, his expression softening. I think you're someone who's been alone for far too long. Someone who's been carrying a burden that was never meant to be carried alone. They reach the edge of the festival grounds, where Damien's carriage awaits. The driver's eyes widen when he sees Seraphina, and he makes a subtle sign of protection, but says nothing. Damien helps her into the carriage, then climbs in after her. To the mansion, quickly. Daniel, his voice wavers slightly. Yes, my lord. The carriage lurches forward, and they're enclosed in an intimate space, lantern lights casting dancing shadows across their faces. Seraphina sits across from him, her hands folded in her lap, her expression guarded. Seraphina stares out the window at the passing streets. Your driver recognized me, or at least, he recognized what I am. Damien leans forward, his elbows on his knees. And what are you, Seraphina? Tell me. Not the rumors, not the legends, the truth. Seraphina turns to face him, and in the dim light, her eyes seem to glow faintly. The truth is worse than any legend. She takes a shaky breath. A century ago, I was Princess Seraphina of Eldoria. My kingdom was prosperous. My people were happy. And I was foolish, vain, selfish. Damien listens intently and not interrupting. Seraphina, her voice drops barely above a whisper. A sorcerer came to our court. He was ancient, powerful, and he asked for my hand in marriage. I laughed at him, mocked him in front of the entire court. I was young and beautiful, and promised to a prince from a neighboring kingdom. Why would I marry some withered old man who reeked of dark magic? Damien, his jaw tightens, already sensing where this is going. Seraphina. Tears began to well up in her eyes. He cursed me to wander the earth until I found my true match. The one soul who was meant for me, but there was the cruelty of it. Everyone I've ever cared for, everyone who's ever tried to help me, everyone who's shown me kindness, they've suffered for it. Illness, accidents, madness. Her voice breaks. My entire kingdom fell within a year of my curse. Plague, famine, war, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And it was all because of me. Damien. His expression darkens with anger. But not at her. That's not your fault. You didn't cast the curse. Seraphina. Her voice rises sharply. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? The curse doesn't care about fault or blame. It only cares about punishment. And everyone around me pays the price. She wipes tears furiously. I've watched friends wither away. I've seen lovers go mad. I've stood at the graves of people who only wanted to help me, knowing that their blood is on my hands. The carriage comes to a stop. Then through the window, the imposing silhouette of Damien's mansion looms against the night sky. Damien doesn't move to exit. How many times have you thought you found your match? Seraphina. Her voice is hollow. 7. 7 times over the past century. I felt that pull, that connection, 7 times. I've let myself hope, and 7 times I've watched them die or suffer because of me. She looks at him with desperate intensity. So please, Damien, please understand why I'm begging you to walk away. You seem like a good man. You don't deserve what will happen if you continue down this path. Damien opens the carriage door and steps out, then turns and offers his hand. Come inside. Let me show you something. Seraphina stares at his hand, conflict written across her face. You're not listening, are you? Damien, his voice is gentle but firm. I'm listening to every word. Now come inside. Trust me. Just for tonight. I promise. Seraphina. After her long moment, she takes his hand and allows him to help her down. You're going to regret this. Damien leads her up the steps to the mansion's entrance. Let me worry about my own regrets. The massive doors open, and Argyle stands there, his face going pale when he sees Seraphina. He opens his mouth as if to protest, but Damien silences him with a look. Damien, to Argyle, we're not to be disturbed, no matter what you hear, no matter what happens. No one enters my study. Understood? Argyle swallows hard, his eyes darting between them. My lord, are you certain? Damien, his voice carries an edge of command that brooks no argument. I'm certain. Now go. Argyle bows stiffly and then retreats, though his worried gaze lingers on them. Damien leads Seraphina through a mansion's corridors, past portraits of stern-faced ancestors and tapestries, depicting ancient battles. She looks around with a mixture of wonder and sadness, as if remembering her own lost home. Seraphina touches the tapestry gently. This is beautiful. The craftsmanship. We had one like these in Eldoria. Eldoria. It's just so beautiful to look at these. Before everything fell apart. Damien watches her, his expression softening. What was it like, your kingdom, before the curse? Seraphina. A sad smile crosses her face. It was alive. The markets were always full of laughter and music. The gardens bloomed year-round because of my mother had a gift with growing things. My father was stern but fair, and my younger brother, her voice catches. My younger brother was only 12 when the plague took him. He was the first to die after the curse was cast. Damien, his hands clenched at his sides. I'm sorry. Seraphina shakes her head. Sorry doesn't bring them back. Sorry doesn't undo a century of death and suffering. She turns to face him. That's what I need you to understand, Damien. This isn't some romantic tragedy where love conquers all. This is a curse that has destroyed everything I've touched. And you, she steps closer, her voice urgent, you feel important, different. The pull between us is stronger than anything I've ever felt before. And that terrifies me, because if you're truly the one the curse has been waiting for, and something happens to you because of me, I don't think I'll survive. Not this time. Damien reaches the door of the study and opens it, revealing a large room lined with books and articles. Come in. There's something you need to see. And there's something you need to know about me. Something that might change the perspective on all of this.